Well, I'm here to talk about Mushoku Tensei because Core
Again, it's only
2 came back finally.
yes.
And Sam has... Well, me and Sam watch the episodes, right? Every time they come out over the weekend. And he provides exquisite commentary on it. Sometimes a lot more than necessary. He's like, wait, pause it real quick. And you're like, did you see that book? Did you see what it said? And I'm like... Sam, I love you, Sam. You're my fucking brother at this point. There are times where you pause it, and I have told you, Sam, if you tell me to pause it one more fucking time, I'm kicking you out of the Discord. Let me watch the episode, and then we will talk about it. He's like, okay, fair. But
Okay, go back real quick. No.
but no, it's been really, really nice because one of the things that I struggle with Mushoku Tensei is that a week to week watching for this show sometimes can like hurt because I forget certain small details, and this is that type of show that like every detail is kind of important, so it makes for a better binge in my opinion than watching week to week. But overall, I guess, do we want to talk about just the school arc in general and kind of like what we've seen recently?
Yeah.
Sure.
I mean, well,
That's a good starting place for y'all.
by the time this episode comes out, there's a break this weekend, the weekend of this recording.
Mhm.
So by the time this comes out, like we can't talk about everything that's kind of come out this whole section.
Yeah.
Before, which is
Up until basically like turning point 3 is what we'll be discussing.
Yeah, turning point
like
3.
Yeah.
Can I just say something that, like, it was like my first thought within the first 30 seconds of this most recent episode? Yeah, you don't just start an episode really talking about how great life is if shit's not about to hit
The fucking fan. I said the same shit.
We're chilling. And it's like, this is nice. And then it's like, I don't like this. I don't like this.
Martin
This isn't good.
He looked at me, he's like, yeah, I had the same thought.
Yeah. No, I mean, is that not exactly what I said when I watched it?
Martin literally goes, Sam, why is he saying everything's great? This is turning point 3. I don't like this.
Yeah, it doesn't add up when you're saying that, like, you know what, life's actually not that bad. And then the title of the episode is Turning Point 3, which, if you've seen the show, you know the first 2 turning points were pretty fucking iconic. For those who don't know, we'll kind of go over it real quick. Turning Point 1 in the show, the first, like, really major thing to happen plot-wise was the mass teleportation of it. Essentially, things were going great. Rudius was growing up, learning magic, as one does when you get isekai'd.
Became a teacher.
Became a teacher, right? Surpassed his teacher, you know, arguably. And then, boom, just gets teleported to another part of the fucking world. Everybody does, actually. And we don't know why.
And is forced to grow up very quickly.
Very quickly with people that he just met. One who's like the Ruijerd, the superb race, who he's heard horrific stories about from his previous teacher, saying that like you need to stay away from them. They're
It's
horrible
crazy, 'cause,
monsters,
like-
blah blah blah. And it's like the first person he meets when he gets teleported.
Surprise.
He ends up on the demon continent. That is not a place for human children.
Yeah, like thousands of miles away from where he grew up. He has no idea where his parents are. They're all separated. His siblings also separated. Like nobody knows what the fuck is going on. So that is essentially turning point 1 and his journey. Oh, that all happened in season 1. His journey kind of like getting back home and him having an adventure essentially, right? But
As a child, as a child, he was put in like the worst case scenario because like growing up, you're like, this is like the worst place in our world, and it's filled with these terrible people. And then you get there and it's just like, wow, these were like the nightmares my parents warned me of.
Horrors beyond my wildest comprehension.
Yes.
But he made the most of it. I mean,
he even ended up like getting that demon eye because he was like, I'll play with you, little kid.
Yeah.
So
yeah, a lot of growth.
Think about it. There was even a moment he was ready to fucking flood an entire city.
I forgot about that one.
okay, well that was turning point 1, the
Yeah,
teleportation event.
Yes. Turning point 2.
God.
You want to take it away?
Mr. Donut.
He joined the donut club.
Exactly. Rengoku's got nothing on him. Not only did he get donutted, actually dies, gets brought back to life, and then realizes that, hey, I am not as strong as people like to think I am. And so...
Got a really rude awakening.
Exactly. Begins training, realizes that Orsted did some techniques on him he had never even heard of, disturbed his magic. First introduction to Orsted, where... whole thing that set that off is Orsted basically just asking a random innocent little question, do y'all know the man god? Eris and Ruijerd? No, they're not saying nothing. Rudius? Oh yeah, no, he's cool. He comes to visit and then boom, donut.
And then donut. Like no hesitation on fucking sight.
So Orsted and the man god do not get along.
But what was
And-
crazy is he still kept fighting after getting donated.
Mhm.
Just saying.
He was gonna shoot that like spell that he's been working on.
Orsted had to bring out
Well-
that fucking mirror.
Richard saved him from being donated, but then he gets his lung crushed afterwards. So
Okay, fair.
Richard put in work.
that was
Yeah.
Also, some of my favorite animation of the show
100%.
up to that point.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking amazing animation.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that was good.
So essentially, yeah, he fucking dies again. And so that's turning point 2. So, as you can kind of tell, very major life events. So now we get to season 2, core 2. We get to turning point 3. And as soon as we saw the title, well, he brought it up to me actually. He was like, "Hey, you should look at the title for the next episode." And I was like, "Okay." And as soon as I read that, I'm like,
Oh shit.
"Holy shit, Sam! Wait,
No,
what?
no.
Wait, no, I'm not ready. No, wait."
No.
Things were going like so good, and I'm expecting like the stuff on that level, right? And he's like, "Careful now. It is a major life event, but don't think about it too hard. Don't think about it as like, oh, like shit's gonna hit the fan and like he's gonna die again, or no. It's major, but be open-minded about it." And I was like, "Okay, cool." And I'm glad that you said that because it was a turning point in life, but not the way we expected it.
Right.
Again, spoilers at this point. You already know. My homeboy's about to be a dad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fucking Sophie's pregnant, and
Crazy.
that's crazy because he's growing up now.
They got married in this season.
And they got married. This
So
season
they
as
got
well, too.
married. When you get married in this world, you get that. You get a house with the marriage.
Mhm.
Immediately.
That's how it works. Like you can't get married without the house.
And I think she even stated like it's hard for elves to bear children.
Correct.
So
And
like
so-
even the odds of them having that kid is astronomical.
He got some swimmers.
I mean,
Gray rat
They're
blood,
both
bro.
just horny as hell.
The gray rat blood, yeah.
Blood, man.
Not even the
He
gray
does
rat
take
blood.
after
Remember
Paul.
Sylphie? No, just Sylphie. Whenever she's talking with Ariel, she's just like, how many kids do I want? As many as you want. Like,
As many as you want.
she's over here humping the globe. Like, what the hell?
Dude, Sophie's
So,
a little
Sophie's wild. Sophie is.
more wild
Oh,
than I
guess
gave her
that
credit
is her
for.
grandma, huh?
I was about to say.
Yeah.
That was the other thing we
That
found
was
out.
Oh
was
yeah,
another crazy thing
yeah.
we found
Elena
out.
Lice is her fucking grandmother. Never in my world did I think that was gonna be a thing. I also really like Elena Lice. I know she's horny elf, but like she's also wholesome elf. Like
Well,
you feel for her.
well, she's loyal to what's his name, Glenn.
Cliff.
Cliff.
You just thought of the most generic white boy name ever. Like what's his
Cliff.
name? Glenn.
You.
You weren't far off.
I got a good friend named Glenn, you dick.
I'm sorry, Glenn.
Pretty sure he listens to this podcast.
Sorry, Glenn. I love
Widow
you.
Glenn.
Hey, my name is Martin. So